Cape Cod Inflatable Park, as the name suggests, is a theme park full of bouncy houses and inflatable attractions. This park recently caught my eye when they added the Wicked Waves water park next door for the 2024 season. That will be covered in a second video later this week. This video will review the original inflatable park that has been around for a decade. The original Cape Cod Inflatable Park opened in South Dennis in 2011. This one featured just dry attractions. In 2012, the owners built a second inflatable park in West Yarmouth. This one had water attractions. In 2013, the parks were merged into one. All of the attractions were moved to the West Yarmouth location. For a decade, the property operated with a mix of dry and wet inflatables. Their success allowed them to make a bold $13 million investment into Wicked Waves for the 2024 season. With the opening of the water park, the inflatable park once again will only have dry attractions, but this is fine because it's more complimentary this time around. If you want to visit this complex, you will need to pay $10 to park. I believe this is cash only, so be prepared. If you visit on a hot summer weekend, you may encounter a backup due to the popularity of the water park. When you approach the ticket booth, you have 4 options. First is a day pass to just the inflatable park. This costs $30 per person. Second is a combo pass to the inflatable park and water park. This costs $60. It is worth noting the inflatable park typically stays open 2 to 3 hours later than the water park, so it's easy to do both in a single day. Third is a season pass. You can purchase one for the inflatable park at $60 or a combo pass for $150. Fourth, you can enter for free if you don't do anything. This is a nice option for parents who just want to supervise their kids. 2 additional fees you may encounter. 1. Everyone using the inflatables must have socks. If you don't bring a pair, the park sells them for $2. 2. You can purchase a locker for $15 to $20. You are welcome to place your belongings adjacent to each attraction if you'd prefer. This is what I saw most people doing. It is worth noting the property has a rain guarantee if they close for precipitation. I also imagine this park can close for high winds because many inflatables said they could not operate in winds exceeding 15 miles per hour. I also want to note I visited this park on a very hot day. I was worried the surface temperatures of the inflatables could be uncomfortable, but that was not an issue. Wicked Waves is the far busier of the 2 properties. The inflatable park had manageable crowds even on a beautiful summer weekend. Most attractions were walk-ons. Some are manned, others are not. On the ones that have no employees, it can get a bit chaotic. We saw a few instances of unsupervised kids cutting lines or entering an inflatable before it was clear. Another note on safety: please use common sense whether an attraction is appropriate for you or your kid. It is possible to fall or land awkwardly on several inflatables. Moving on to the attraction lineup, this property caters more to kids. There's a line of basic bouncy houses when you first enter, but there are some larger, more elaborate ones towards the back that can appeal to all ages. Some of my favorites will be highlighted. There's an obstacle course. You have some rock walls and climbs, and the experience ends in a large slide. It's fun from a competitive standpoint. A mechanical bull. This isn't upcharge at most parks and carnivals, so it was cool to try this a few times because it was included. A battle beam. You and your opponent walk onto an elevated platform. You then try to smack your opponent to the ground using a large foam cylinder. Toxic meltdown. This is a duo of rotating arms. There's a raised one you must duck under. Then there's a lower one you must jump over. These spin in a circle, and was a challenge for all ages. Most kids struggle to jump high enough for the low one, then many adults were too heavy and sunk into the attraction. This was a recurring problem. Adults kept on sinking into the inflatables. This applied to most bouncing attractions. And then the sticky wall, I was too heavy and immediately fell off. So, do I recommend this place? For active kids, absolutely. There are a wide range of inflatables to keep them busy for a few hours, and I cannot think of another attraction quite like it in the area. The closest thing I can think of is a standard trampoline park. I think the inflatable park alone is a bit too pricey for adults, given the issues their increased weight will cause on several attractions. But I think the combo pass is worth it considering the inflatable park is just an extra $12 on top of Wicked Waves. So those are my thoughts on Cape Cod Inflatable Park. As I noted at the start, there will be a separate review later this week covering Wicked Waves in depth. If you enjoyed this review, I would appreciate it if you gave this video a like, and you consider subscribing, because there'll be a lot more roller coaster amusement park videos here at Canopy Coaster. Thanks for watching.